Hi, I'm Drew from Cottage Quilting, and today we're going to talk about setting markers on the Q24. So I've loaded onto the frame a 24 by 24 piece of muslin. Normally this would be a quilt, but for today I have just drawn some squares on here so we can mark them out. So first thing we're going to do is take off our presser foot just so it's a little bit easier to see where we're marking. And we're going to go over to the computer here and select the markers. We're going to go back over to the computer, or to the sew head. Now I have the Pinpoint Laser, which is what I'm going to use for marking. The Pinpoint Laser is an add-on for the Q24 and is fantastic, way more than worth the money. If you want more interest on it, head over to our website and take a look. If you don't have the laser, what I used to do was put the needle all the way down until it's just about touching the fabric and use that as your mark. So we're going to mark out these squares I have on here. So I'm going to put the laser on the first dot, and you can either click set on the sew head or you can click any of the thumb buttons. So I'm going to click the thumb button, works best for me. Now I'm going to drag down and do the second dot, and so on and so forth until I have all of them out. This is the same technique I use if I'm doing a quilt, like a Judy Niemeyer quilt, and I'm tracing out the flower or a diamond. Mark all the corners. Alright, so now if you see on the screen, there's my 8 points as I marked them out, the exact location they are on the quilt. So now I want to connect them just so I can see my squares a bit easier. So start with the left square. I'm going to click connect markers, and then I'm going to touch the points around, and you'll see it draws lines around them. And then you can click center and it'll make a mark in the center, which can be helpful for placement as well. Say OK, and then we're going to go back in and do the second square. Okay, now you can see that it's drawn the blue lines around here. These are actually sewable lines like a pattern, so you have to make sure you don't select them if you don't want to sew the squares in.
How do you do that?
So if you wanted to deselect them, when you go into select what you're sewing, you DQ all, and then do not select them, just select your actual patterns.
Perfect.
All right, so that's how we mark out designs on the Q24. Stay tuned for further videos to see how to make better use of this.